the reality here is that Marco Rubio's campaign directly has said over and over again, they have told their donors over and over about their 3-2-1 strategy, that they had to place third in Iowa, that they had to place second in New Hampshire, and that they had to place first in South Carolina. So far, they have a 3-5, and who knows what is going to come out tomorrow, but it's not looking too good for them to meet their own expectations that they met. And I certainly hope that they didn't tell their donors that they were going to eke out a victory in South Carolina just by screaming and yelling and making an issue out of other candidates when, in fact, they've just been challenged on his own record. Marco Rubio ran as an insurgent candidate, as a conservative in Florida. He betrayed that. He went to Washington, D.C. He cut a deal with Chuck Schumer. He teamed up with Barack Obama to introduce the Rubio-Schumer amnesty bill. And at the end of the day, that's not a record that is selling too well, and that's why he's in third place right now. So this is a make or break by the standard that his campaign set directly. So the Marco Rubio campaign strategy of the last week has been whenever Marco Rubio was challenged about his liberal agenda in Washington, D.C. on immigration or not showing up for work in the United States Senate, he just turns around and says, no, liar, liar, pants on fire. And that's not really a strategy at all where you're taking responsibility for his own record. Marco Rubio should stand up and take responsibility for his own record and explain why he doesn't show up for work in the Senate, why he has the worst attendance rating of any United States senator, and why it is that he turned his back on the people who elected him in that Florida Republican primary and sponsored the most liberal piece of legislation on immigration and then did everything possible to try to turn that into law. A massive blanket amnesty that he specifically said that he would not support. And on the issue of sovereignty in the United Nations, only one candidate for president of the United States, Ted Cruz, challenged the World Court and the United Nations in court before the United States Supreme Court and won that case 6-3, even though the president of the United States, George W. Bush at the time, was on the other side of the issue. That is the type of track record of conservative leadership in Washington, D.C. and as Solicitor General of Texas that we need right now. And that's why Senator Cruz is looking stronger as we go into tomorrow's vote.